Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe online, cyber network. Before we dive into how AI is giving cybercriminals a golden ticket to your bank account, let's get something straight. This discussion is for educational purposes only. We're highlighting a problem, not handing out a how to scam your NaN manual. The goal is to make you aware so you can protect yourself and your loved ones. We are not encouraging anyone to try this anywhere. Think of this as a public service announcement with a hint of existential dread. Now, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about the future. A future where bad guys don't need to write code to create fake banking websites. The bar for cybercrime is about to get so low, you could trip over it. And who do we have to thank? Artificial intelligence. It's like giving a toddler a power drill. What could go wrong? Spoiler alert, a lot. Artificial intelligence, AI. Two little letters that conjure up images of either helpful robot butlers or, Skynet. For years, we've heard about AI revolutionizing everything from medicine to how we order pizza. And in the world of cybersecurity, it's been touted as a powerful weapon for the good guys. Think AI systems that can detect and neutralize threats faster than any human ever could, spotting patterns in mountains of data to sniff out a hacker before they even get started. But here's the kicker, the part where the uplifting music screeches to a halt. Like any powerful tool, from a hammer to nuclear fission, AI is a double-edged sword. And guess what? The bad guys have noticed. Before we get into how AI is turbocharging this particular brand of digital nastiness, let's do a quick refresher on phishing. What is it exactly? Well, imagine you get an email. It looks official. It's got the logo of your bank, or maybe Netflix, or even the tax office, everyone's favorite. The email says there's a problem. Your account is locked. There's been suspicious activity. You need to update your payment details. Quick, click this link and log in, or dire consequences will follow. It creates a sense of urgency, a little flutter of panic, designed to make you act before you think. That, my friends, is the classic phishing lure. You click the link, and it takes you to a web page that looks just like the real thing. It's a pixel-perfect copy. So you dutifully enter your username and password, or your credit card details, or your social security number. And congratulations, you've just handed over the keys to your digital kingdom or your financial life to a complete stranger. A stranger who is almost certainly not going to use that information to send you a thank you card. So we've established that phishing is bad, very bad. Like finding a spider in your cereal bad. Now let's add AI to this delightful mix. How exactly can artificial intelligence help someone create these deceptive pages and emails? Well, in a number of terrifyingly efficient ways. Traditionally, creating a convincing phishing page required some level of technical skill. You needed to know a bit of HTML, how to clone a website, how to host it somewhere obscure. It wasn't rocket science, but it was a barrier for the less technically inclined scoundrel. AI is now systematically dismantling that barrier, piece by piece. Imagine an AI tool where you can simply say, create a phishing page that looks exactly like the login page for Big Bank Corp. And poof, the AI, having been trained on countless website designs, or perhaps even given access to scrape the real Big Bank Corp site, generates a highly convincing replica in minutes, if not seconds. It can copy the layout, the logos, the fonts, the fine print everything. It can even create the back-end code to capture the credentials entered by unsuspecting victims. This isn't just about making things easier, it's about making them and. The implications of AI-powered phishing page creation for hackers and cybercriminals are, to put it mildly, profound. And by profound, I mean profoundly worrying for the rest of us. The most immediate impact is the drastically lowered barrier to entry. As we touched on, crafting a truly convincing phishing campaign used to require a certain set of skills. Web development, social engineering savvy, perhaps some graphic design, and an understanding of how to evade detection. It wasn't something your average disgruntled teenager could whip up in an afternoon, or at least not a very good one. Now, with AI tools designed specifically for these malicious purposes, tools like Fraud GPT or Worm GPT that have already been reported on, a wannabe cybercriminal doesn't need to be a coding wizard or a master of deception. They just need access to the AI and the ability to type in a few prompts. The AI handles the heavy lifting generating the code for the fake login page, writing the persuasive email copy, maybe even suggesting optimal times to send the emails for maximum impact. This means more people, with less skill, can launch more sophisticated attacks. It's like the difference between needing to be a master chef to cook a gourmet meal versus just popping a high-quality ready meal into the microwave. So hackers are having a field day with their new AI toys. Great for them, but what about us? The ordinary people just trying to check our emails without accidentally giving away our life savings. And what about businesses, big and small, that are already struggling to keep the digital wolves from the door? Well, the risks are escalating, and they're escalating fast. For individuals, the most obvious threat is an increased likelihood of falling victim to a phishing scam. If the fake emails and websites become virtually indistinguishable from the real ones, even savvy users might get tricked. Think about it. You're busy, you're distracted, and an email pops up that looks exactly like it's from your bank, warning you about an urgent security issue. The language is perfect, the logo is correct, the link looks plausible. Your usual spidey sense for scams might not tingle. The result? You could lose money directly from your bank account, have your credit card details stolen and used for fraudulent purchases, or even become a victim of identity theft, which can take months, if not years, to resolve. The emotional distress and financial hardship caused by such incidents can be devastating. Now, you might be thinking, okay, John, this all sounds very theoretical. Are there actual real-world examples of AI being used to create these super phishing pages? And the answer is, it's complicated, but yes, the writing is very much on the wall, and the early tremors are being felt. While it's hard to point to a specific, publicly dissected phishing campaign and say this was 100% generated by AIX, security researchers and cybersecurity firms are increasingly warning about the emergence of tools and techniques that make this a present danger, not just a future one. The capability is definitely there. For instance, there have been reports about malicious AI models like FraudGPT and WormGPT. These are essentially cousins of legitimate AI chatbots like ChatGPT, but they've been trained or fine-tuned without the ethical guardrails. Users can reportedly ask these tools to draft convincing phishing emails, create malicious code, or find vulnerabilities. While the creators of mainstream AI models work hard to prevent misuse, the open-source nature of some AI technology and the determination of cybercriminals mean that these evil twin AIs are popping up. They are being marketed on dark web forums, specifically offering services for creating phishing content and other malicious tools. Think about the implications. A scammer no longer needs to be a good writer in English to target English-speaking victims. Let's recap this journey into the world of AI-powered cybercrime. AI, promising to drive our cars and cure diseases, is also being handed to the bad guys on a shady dark web forum. The tools are here, the capabilities are real, and the implications are terrifying. The barrier to entry for launching sophisticated phishing attacks is plummeting. Hackers can now generate convincing fake websites and phishing emails with alarming ease. They can scale up their operations, targeting more people and businesses. The days of spotting a scam because of typos and dodgy grammar are fading. We're entering an era where fakes might look better than the real thing. And that, my friends, is a recipe for a whole lot of trouble. All right. We've painted a pretty gloomy picture. AI is making phishing easier, hackers are rubbing their hands with glee, and the rest of us are left wondering if it's safe to even open our inboxes anymore. But despair is not a strategy, people. While the threat is real and evolving, there are still things we can and absolutely must do to protect ourselves. It's not about becoming a cybersecurity expert overnight, but about cultivating a healthy sense of skepticism and adopting some good digital hygiene habits. Think of it as washing your hands before eating, but for the internet. First and foremost, awareness and education are key. Knowing that these AI-powered, super convincing phishing attacks exist is half the battle. Be extra cautious with any unsolicited email or message that asks for personal information, login credentials, or urges you to click a link, especially if it creates a sense of urgency. Always verify requests through a separate channel. If your bank emails you about a problem, don't click the link in the email. Instead, open your browser, type in the bank's official website address yourself, and log in there. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback. Cyber Network,